I knew I was in for a huge shock coming here.
I'm in that scene that I'm reading about. I have to figure how I'm going to navigate that rather than reading somebody else's experience. Education in that sense, it's a lot more meaningful to me when you are able to put someone in an environment where they're able to see things, taste things, smell things. Those are memories that stick with you on all levels.
It's a holistic experience. It's a holistic learning experience.
I feel like study abroad trips should be more like this. We're not just being tourists, we're actually being part of the community. I really appreciate GEL for giving this opportunity to us.
We were in Ho Chi Minh City, which is a very, very large city, bustling and busy.
How do they not crash?
A lot of these students at this age don't even know about the Vietnam War. It didn't only affect Vietnam, but all the countries in Southeast Asia.
Going to the War Remnants Museum in Vietnam, you really saw how it affected not just the soldiers, but the people too.
They had a large series of tunnels. I left that with an appreciation of what US soldiers went through as well as what the Viet Cong soldiers had gone through.
You actually get to see what happened.
It's a lot of critical thinking. How do I view social justice? How do I view environmental rights?
Chiang Mai seems a lot more laid back. I'm a big fan of Asian cuisine, especially Southeast Asian, and I love spicy food.
We got to go to a beautiful hike in a rainforest. We ended in a local village. We got to spend some time there with the locals, seeing them handcraft textiles and scarves.
I remember a time when I had to make things to help out my family as well and help out my mom. There's definitely that core sense of working hard and doing things for your family.
It's been phenomenal. Watching the growth, watching the development of our students, to see them experience in depth what the culture is.
This is something that most people are never going to experience.
Very gentle, majestic animals. A lot of the elephants had scars on them. You could see the definite change in their lifestyle when they came to Elephant Sanctuary. No longer malnourished, they were getting a lot of care and attention, and it was really nice to see them in that environment.
I have to stop myself and remind myself to take a deep breath and just absorb where I'm at, because the next thing you know, I'm blinking and I'm somewhere new.
We were in Luang Prabang, which is not the capital of Laos, but it's one of the larger cities. It was a very mountainous, very beautiful, very clean city. We went to a village in the mountains, a very remote village with only about 400 people living there. We provided school supplies to the local elementary school there. We woke up bright and early at 5 a.m. to go participate in the almsgiving for the Buddhist monks. They do their meditation and then they go and collect food for the monasteries.
These students are essentially ambassadors. They are leaders.
We painted an elementary school in Laos.
They were playing hand games. I taught them some in Spanish and some in English. It's reminding me of my roots and where I'm from. That really reminds me of Mexico and how I was brought up.
The village elders gathered and participated in a traditional Lao ceremony, blessing us for safe travels and for good fortune in the future because of the help we did for their community.
They taught us some of their dances and then we taught them some of our dances. And ours were a little faster.
We visited the American University of Phnom Penh. There's a U of A micro campus here. We got to interact with local students. We visited the sites where the Khmer Rouge carried out their genocide against the Cambodian people, where they killed about 2 million of their own people. We really came face to face with how evil a human being can be. It was a very, very chilling experience.
We're really evaluating what we're seeing and connecting it to our lives. We also think about what are we bringing back to campus, back to our homes after this trip.
They really dedicate hours creating this itinerary, creating this experience for students.
We're seeing 3 to 4 times the applicants that can actually go on these experiences. Definitely more support is needed for these programs.
There's so much that I admire about Southeast Asia. Humility, their resilience, I see people with little resources able to create and do so much with what they have, and it makes me think that we can be doing those things back home too.
We all have different stories, and our stories are us.